And I don't blame him for sticking with his daughter, but his daughter is a very dumb individual, very dumb. She's a radical war hawk. Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
Hi, I'm Amanda Weinstein. I'm here with Casey Weinstein, and this is Homefront Headlines. Oh man, never a lack of stories to talk about. What's going on this
Right
week?
now, I'm staring at a sea of candy. You can't see it in the camera, but our kids dumped their
We're gonna
Halloween
eat some
candy.
It's taxes. Look, they know. We know.
They won't notice. They organize it by colors, so it's a rainbow of candy, and it's very tempting. So I'm a little distracted, and if I am, you'll understand that it's a Butterfinger and a Reese's here. But yeah, I mean, as usual, there is a disqualifying thing that Trump does every day. And no, we're not talking about the fact that he can't get himself into a garbage truck, which was like the perfect symbolism for his entire campaign.
I mean, seriously though, someone on his campaign convinced him to put his name on a garbage truck.
Yeah.
Who is really not for Trump.
Right.
It's like we have an insider, I think.
I think it's a phenomenal troll. And then did you see him try to get into the truck?
Oh, yeah. Well, it didn't work out. I mean, if that were Biden, we would have heard about it nonstop on Fox News.
He's frail and old and losing it. Oh, my God. But, you know,
we want new ideas.
Yeah. I mean, that's sort of that's a serious issue.
What kind of old and outdated ideas are coming from Trump right now?
How about firing squads, bringing back firing squads?
It's right along there with like burning witches, which I have heard from Republicans.
You know, I'll give this to Trump. He knows how to like speak like a complete fascist, but just toe that line a little bit. Like he was sharing an analogy. Sorry, our dog is drinking.
He's like trying to make
the loudest drinker of all time.
Trying to make fascism cool again.
So today
it was never cool.
Yeah, it was never cool. And in America,
trying to make fetch happen, but it's fascism.
We're sort of the folks who defeat fascism here in America. But Trump yesterday, when talking about Liz Cheney, who is a patriot and a hero, and of course is everything he's not, like a hardworking, intelligent, strong person who cares about her country and cares about others, said that, you know, she should be using an analogy, you know, she should be lined up on or what would she feel like if she was lined up on a firing squad with the guns, like rifles in her face and stuff like that. And it's just, he's just putting it out there. That's what he does. He just, you know, stand back and stand by. Very fine people on both sides. He does just enough. Like it is calculated. I think we probably discount that too much, but it's calculated. The rhetoric is getting just slightly more violent, just like it happened last time before January 6th, and they tried to throw a coup. Like this is very intentional, using increasingly violent language that dictators use, that fascists use, directed at particular people. Yeah. Which is really like they love to talk about free speech on X and all the terrible stuff that happens on there. But what free speech really is it's the government cannot interfere with your speech. The government cannot arrest you. The government cannot execute you if they disagree with what you are saying. Right. That's what free speech guarantees us. It doesn't guarantee that everyone's going to like what you say or that everyone's going to like your tweet. Free speech means the government won't come kill you for what you say, which Trump is actually saying, I am going to get my government to kill someone like Liz Cheney for what they say. I am going to turn my government on who I view are the enemies within because I dislike what they say. He has been repeatedly...
First Amendment, by the way, comes before the second. Probably a reason it's number one and not number two.
Right. Repeatedly and specifically open about his aims to use the government and the military to come after his political opponents. And in the Venn diagram of his enemies, you and I are in several. Like I'm a Jewish Democrat, so I'm in one of them. Yeah, and then you're a woman.
But he's going to protect me.
Oh,
and I should like that. Yeah. I should just listen to what he says because he's going to protect me.
And my people told me about 4 weeks ago, I was saying, no, I want to protect the people. I want to protect the women of our country. I want to protect the women. Sir, please don't say that. Why? They said, we think it's very inappropriate for you to say. I said, why? I'm president. I want to protect the women of our country. They said, sir, I just think it's inappropriate for you to say. Pay these guys a lot of money. Can you believe it? I said, well, I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not. I'm going to protect them.
Please ignore all the women dying right now in Texas and across the country from not getting miscarriage care. But I swear he's going to protect me. Totally
actually,
believe that.
He doesn't care if you like it or not.
No, that's true. That's right.
You don't have to like it. He's going to do it.
No, and he knows that I won't like it.
Let me tell you, in our marriage, I'm going to let you in on a little insight. Amanda loves it when I make strong suggestions for her or tell her how things should go or how decisions she should make with her life.
Love it.
She really
works super well with women.
Yeah, almost 20 years into our marriage, I that is one lesson I have taken away is she actually does not like that at all. But so you know, whether you like it or not, Trump's going to be protecting you.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
And it turns out I'm usually right. You just don't like my tone. I mean,
that's a meme.
I'm pretty sure that is women across the country. I am sure. Look, we're right. We know
I'm not giving
what
you
we should be doing with our women. It just turns out that a lot of Republicans don't like our tone.
Well, I think the women who are voting enormously in early vote numbers, disproportionately high, are coming to our rescue. You know, there's we need the cavalry is coming. Yeah,
I hope so.
But Trump's like weirdly misogynistic, paternalistic. Like, I'm going to shield and protect you whether you like it or not. How did that work out for women in his first term?
No,
he took away their most fundamental protection that had been enshrined for decades. Your right to control your own body.
Yeah,
right. And now women are dying.
This paternalistic controlling thing also sets up a power imbalance that is ripe for men to sexually assault women, which, oh, by the way, he also does.
Yeah.
And to hang out with really bad people, with really bad Mar-a-Lago parties, with underage girls. Like, it is a direct line from controlling a person to abusing that power. And that is the line he is trying to draw.
Oh, you took the
words
right out of my mouth. I was going to say power and control. And it's, as Democrats now, we are the party of limited government. We are the party of privacy, of liberty. His whole campaign is power and control over our private and personal lives. Whether it's
hey people, that's big government right there.
That is big government. That is 1984. That is what America is supposed to be highly skeptical. That's what conservatives were supposed to be fighting back on. Is we want limited government. We want to maximize our individual liberties and
which is why we have
rights.
Liz Cheney now. Liz Cheney has not changed her values.
Right.
Let's be clear.
Right.
She's still a conservative Republican. She just actually understands what that means, and it's probably some limited government, not fascism.
So whether it's threatening to use the machinery of the state to murder or kill or come after his political opponents or control women, like this is an angry and deranged campaign closing, and he's being very open about what he's going to do. And I hope, we hope voters are paying attention because we appreciate our liberties and our freedoms and our rights.
I like to keep them. Kind of like them.
Yeah. Do you still like all your rights and stuff?
I do. I would like them.
ProPublica was out with an article this morning about another woman who died because she was denied abortion care. I believe this was in Texas. And it is just a reminder, like people are dying because of Trump's first term.
Absolutely. So we knew this before the fall of Roe. We have studies that states with more restrictive abortion policies before Roe fell had higher maternal mortality and higher infant mortality, right? We knew that in the data. But one of the problems with research and data is we don't have the stories, right? We don't know about the women's lives who are saved because they're in a state that has less restrictive abortion policies.
Right.
We don't have those stories. We now are starting to get the stories of women who have died, which, let's be clear, that's really hard as a woman to come out with. It is very personal, it is very private, and for those families to talk about how their loved one died, they watched them died. It is probably the most heartbreaking thing they've been through. So to share that with the nation is very hard. But I am really impressed that we're starting to see these stories of the women who have died from not getting miscarriage care, and because it's healthcare.
And it's just a reminder of like the cost that we're still paying for Trump's first term. right?
Oh,
like that
will continue to pay.
Right.
Supreme Court.
Right. And just
we still have the Supreme Court on the line.
Just the nastiness of our inability to like be one community because of the divides and the language and the division that he has caused, I don't know if we got to talk about I don't think we had a chance to talk about the Madison Square Garden. I think that was over the weekend last week, but that was just a closing argument for them full of bigotry,
but
and
a lot
racism.
of Latinos coming out.
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm not okay with that. Oh, and like, oh man, even some people saying Puerto Rico isn't America because some Republicans don't know that Puerto Rico is part of America.
I'm familiar with this. I grew up in New Mexico, and some people don't know if New Mexico is part of America. It is. And Puerto Rico very much is. And there are millions of Puerto Ricans who are, American citizens living in America. And that
American citizens living in Puerto Rico.
I have to say, like,
because it's part of America.
Right. The Puerto Rico comments really broke through, but there were like 10 other hyper racist moments in that rally. And they got a little cocky and let their bigot flags fly and showed us who they are and just reminded us.
That comedian from Ohio, by the way, did you see that?
I know. Yeah.
Man, when Ohio makes national news, like it's usually not good. Man, we got to change that.
But it turns out a lot of our biggest stars are Puerto Rican Americans. J-Lo just led a rally for Kamala in Nevada yesterday. Bad Bunny. I mean, there are just folks with hundreds of millions of combined followers who immediately came out and said, no, this is wrong. And that's where I think we should kind of pivot, because this is our last episode before the election.
Oh yeah.
Like it is
some strong support. Jennifer Aniston. And can we talk about LeBron James?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Who is from Akron, birthplace of champions. Mm-hmm. LeBron came out pretty strong.
He shared a very powerful video. Like
for Kamala Harris, to be clear.
Yeah, right. And as a black man, he was like, hey guys, like this is a no-brainer. Like it's those kinds of really strong, very strong endorsement. I mean, LeBron James is one of the biggest celebrities in the world, like one of a handful of the biggest in the world. And it's not easy to use that platform because you see then all the hatred that comes their way. Yeah. But, that was huge. I have to say my nerd self was thrilled when the Avengers assembled. I yelled at Amanda, the Avengers assembled. They got together.
Avenging.
Yeah. Like for one of my greatest favorite movie scenes of all time, and Amanda's too. When, Captain America's there in Avengers Endgame and he says assemble, they all come together to defeat Thanos.
Yeah.
No, anyways, they basically.
But Trump's like the Thanos.
Yeah. They're the Avengers have assembled.
Hi, you guys. Hi, Avengers.
Hi. Hey, Scarlett.
Jumping on the call.
Whoa. I think you mean assembling. I said assembling. Don, that's pretty good. No, they thought it was funny.
Scarlett, it is our pleasure to come together and to get the vote out this election. Come on.
Yeah, how can we be of service?
Well, how about we start with what our voting plans are going to be, who we're going to bring to the polls with us, that sort of thing.
I think Kamala Harris needs a catchphrase.
Ooh, yes, definitely a catchphrase.
How about this? I'm just off the top of my head. I can do this all day.
Shut up.
I hate it. Okay.
I mean, it's original, but...
What about something punchier like, boom.
You looking for this?
Iron Man 2, everybody loved it.
Okay, again, I think we're just trying to get out the vote.
Kamala forever.
That's better.
Okay, how about I'm down with democracy? It's just clean, it's simple. Okay, I like that.
It's hard to argue with that.
Kamala Harris, down with democracy.
Oh, yeah. I'm Kamala Harris, and I say down with democracy.
I don't know if that sounds the way we want it to sound, though.
I think we just can we get some production, though?
Jarvis?
My name's not Jarvis, but whatever.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Down with democracy.
Down with democracy.
Is that what we mean, though?
Yeah, together we're going to tear down democracy.
Will you stop playing heroic music under yourselves?
I'm Kamala Harris, and I am down with democracy. Did I sound enough like her on that one?
That was great. How many Golden Globes have you been nominated for? I'm just curious.
Yes! All right, that was awesome.
I mean, my favorite was the Sphere, though.
The Sphere was awesome.
Oh man.
Beautiful.
I mean, huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sphere's big.
Oh, you used the Donald Trump huge. Yeah.
Just saying, if we're looking at like size of campaign ads, just saying Kamala Harris is a lot bigger.
The grassroots contributions she's had have given her an opportunity to get her message out everywhere, which is really heartening. Mm-hmm. But like bottom line is now it's up to us, right?
Yeah. We might not have some of the millionaires, Elon Musk,
but we have
millions. They can keep them. I don't want them.
We don't. No. We have millions of people who contribute what they can, and it's put her in
strength
position,
in numbers.
Yeah, to get her message out. And it's basically a tide race. I mean, I think the polls and everything, what it has come down to is it's gonna be turnout. Who's gonna show up? So
we're voting today. I have my vote necklace on, which I believe was inspired by Michelle Obama.
Yeah,
she wore that one year. So every year we're gonna vote today.
Yep,
we're gonna go
wearing blue. Well, at least you are.
I got to wear the blue.
You understood the assignment.
I did.
So we're going to go vote early today. I'm on the ballot.
Kids. Oh my gosh. The kids were so excited to go.
They're coming.
Our kids
with us.
cannot vote, but
they're not voting, just to be clear.
They were very excited. I was like, I don't know. It's just like coming and standing in a line. And I asked our daughters like, yes, we're coming. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was awesome. Yes. They don't like bullies. They understand Trump to be a bully and they don't like that.
No.
And that has cut through for them. So we're going to take them all. We're going to get our vote done today. And we just urge you and all your friends, reach out to them, make sure they have a plan to vote. Use early voting if you can this weekend, or get out there if you have to wait on election day.
Go with friends. Oh, we're bringing a friend.
We are.
One of my favorite friends, Lisa, is going to come with us.
Yep.
Bring friends. Have a party. Last year we did brunch after voting.
Oh,
we did in person. That was, you did it, but the ladies and I did. It was fun. Make a brunch plan. That's what I recommend. Or we should do happy hour after we vote this afternoon.
I think we are.
No, we are. Yeah.
That's the thing. So thank you for listening in. Thank you for joining us on this, this really exciting launch to our show. We never have a shortage of material. Thank you, Donald Trump, for showing us who you are and giving us an opportunity to remind everybody the stakes of this election and how truly huge they are for people's lives. So get out, make sure you vote. Bye, everybody.
Love this video? Make sure you stay up to date on the latest breaking news and all things Meidas by signing up to the MeidasTouch newsletter at MeidasTouch.com/newsletter.